We are live.
A little bit more. There we go. Brian, can you call it timing a little bit? That's a good way of doing that. There we go. Yeah. It's hard to not look here. Look. All right, look at the camera. Look at the camera, because y'all start watching yourself, right? And I literally start watching myself, and I start getting mesmerized by myself.
Hello, everybody. This is Scott Roberts from Explore Scientific and the Explore Alliance. Today, Kent Marts is at the Nebraska Star Party over by Merritt Reservoir in Nebraska, of course, under some of the darkest skies of North America, maybe some of the darkest skies in the world. With him, I'm going to bring him on right now. He's live with some special guests. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, Scott, good to see you. I hope you're enjoying me not being there. I'm enjoying not being there. I'll say that. We're at the Valentine High School again today. Is an all-day field school. A whole series of speakers, really educational, lots going on. And I've got some telescopes set up here. So I've got a Dob 1045C, and back over here we've got and back over there an Exos 100. With an ED80.
Oh, nice display. Okay.
Yeah, got a nice little display. I've been talking to a lot of people. And Brian came up and was talking about how one of the interstellars that the Branch Lick Observatory owns saved an outreach night. And Kendra was responsible for a lot of that. Brian, tell the story to the people watching.
Well, actually, just 2 nights ago, we Branch Lick Observatory from Raymond, Nebraska, near Lincoln, we had an outreach event at the Wahoo, Nebraska Public Library that went very well, well received. But the haze kind of moved in, and we had a lot of clouds. And my 10-inch scope was not really doing much for the.
So it was cloudy, just kind of some high thin clouds. Is that how you would describe it?
Yeah, but we had a wonderful young amateur astronomer named Anna that was with us running an EV scope, and it literally saved the Star Party that night because where most people didn't really notice that my 10-inch scope couldn't do much. They were really excited about gathering around the EV scope and looking at the images. It literally was a picture of M101, which I just talked about indoors, and there was no way to see that in a 10-inch scope. So, it kind of saved the Star Party, and the people that went to the party didn't know the difference. It was just cool, and that scope really did it. And I want to credit Kendra, because she really got our observatory and a lot of us involved in it. So Kendra, tell a little bit about this scope.
Yeah, so my name's Kendra Sibernson. I teach physics and astronomy at Metro Community College in Omaha, Nebraska. And about 2 years ago, I was a part of a grant of community college teachers and NASA and SETI, and there was a grant, and they gave us an EV Scope 1. And I've had it for 2 years, and I absolutely love it, have used the heck out of it. I'm a part of some of the citizen science projects. And I loved it so much, I wrote another grant to get an Equinox for our observatory. Okay. And our summer interns are trained on it, and they're using it in collaboration with our other telescopes at the observatory.
Awesome.
So how is it easy to use?
Oh, I love it for so many reasons. One, because it's incredibly easy to use. I can set up and be observing within 5 minutes. I love it for outreach because you can have several iPads or iPhones. You can save the photos on your own phone, share them on social media.
Which is what everybody wants to do when they come to Star Parties.
True.
They look at Saturn or whatever.
And they want to take a picture and they want to share.
And it's hard.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
With this right here.
Yeah.
Easy.
But then I especially love the citizen science aspect for the research for my undergraduate students and doing some asteroid occultations, doing exoplanet research. How amazing is that?
Cool.
To have
That's cool.
It's incredible. It's very difficult to do because it's really easy to do, really. because the
Yeah.
app makes it. Talk about how easy it really is.
Oh, the science measurements are incredibly easy. Yeah, so they have. You go to the website, you get the link, you send it to the telescope, and then it points at whatever it is that you're looking at. So you don't have to worry about the right ascension and declination. It just does it for you, and then you take the image and send it to Unistellar, and then they do the processing. And you're working with professional astronomers to do real science, and then your name gets in publications. So
That's
we're getting
contributing.
high school and contributing on professional paper, and that's just absolutely amazing.
And they're like chalk. They can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to tell anybody how easy it is.
Yeah. They want to think more about it.
Yeah, this wasn't easy. This was hard. Well, that's very cool. That's very cool. So, do the kids, do your students feel empowered to a degree once they've done something like that?
I think so. And I think that because they're digital natives, they love to use technology, they love to use their cell phones, they're kind of blown away at how amazingly easy it is. And then we've found that our interns took to it very quickly, and now they're the experts and they're showing everybody else how to use it.
They're spawning all kinds of excitement and interest in it. They really are.
So you become an expert in this in about what, 2 nights?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an easy button.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Unistellar products are easy buttons.
The hardest thing to learn about it is to
There's
not
still
be
something
worried
about
about
the motivation. You know, there's something about the motivation of wanting to do science. You know, and I think I think it still takes. You just can't have the machine sitting there with the possibility of doing it. I think that it takes someone like yourself to encourage the students to get involved in science and to bring science alive for them. You know, so that's great. That's wonderful. So.
Well, and then once you can train them, they're training the little kids that are coming around, and
Right.
you have the progression of that education along the way.
Yeah, and it is the easy button in so many ways, as all of the imaging people know, because I'm a let's say semi-successful astrophotographer.
Okay.
But when I can't do in an evening of hard work what this thing can do in 5 minutes, you know,
Yeah.
this is the easy route. And then again, as Kendra was describing, to contribute to citizen science, which so many of us really want to do, is manually a fairly complicated process. And to be able to have Unistellar centralize that, take your data, credit you, return some of it with your credits back, it's really amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I think that even for, you know, long time experienced amateur astronomers and astrophotographers, they probably in their whole lives have never been on a science paper or really been in a science project. You know, although they have all the tools and everything to do so, to have something that is small enough to leave with you at a moment's notice, and to work with a team of professionals right off the top, you know, I think that is fantastic. And so, you know, yes, the Unistellar products at first glance seem expensive, but when you look at the possibilities of citizen science, you know, one of the stories of their citizen science program was the DART mission, and discovering that the interior of that asteroid was red in color. That was their discovery, you know, and they did it as a network science team, you know, and they revealed that information live in almost real time, you know, so that was a huge benefit. And I think that any dyed-in-the-wool amateur astronomer would be proud to be part of a team like that, you know? And so for the cost of really a nice imaging camera, okay, that you might attach to your telescope, you could have a whole system, you know, and be involved with a science team.
Yeah,
Right.
I took an image of the supernova in the Pinwheel Galaxy one day after it was discovered.
That's
And
cool.
the paper just came out like last week or whenever. And so there's almost 100 citizen scientists who helped contributed to that light
Wow.
curve.
That's
And
great.
that's amazing.
Well, and what it does for us at the observatory is when we can image something that's in the popular vernacular that quickly and show that
Yeah.
we're part. So it puts us on the map in some way.
So
Yeah,
we're here for the dark skies, and we've had clouds, but it was clear last night. Had couple hours, the clear skies. It wasn't super dark, but boy, describe the Milky Way.
When it finally cleared off, we weren't expecting clear off. The Milky Way was thick all the way to the southern sky, just right in front of where the clouds cut it off, and it was just glowing brilliantly, naked eye.
Yeah, it was spectacular. And it wasn't a great night last night.
No, it wasn't a particularly great night for that location.
So somebody had an SQM meter and they said it was Bortle 2 to Bortle 3 because there was a lot of moisture in the air. When I went to bed last night about 1:30, the humidity was 95%.
Wow.
So it was extremely humid last night. We needed to clear off and get a little bit drier to really get that spectacular clear sky we can get here. And they're saying tonight and maybe Friday night is supposed to be the best night. So
Yeah,
we're
hopefully.
looking forward to that as well. So anyway,
Yeah, we
Scott,
expect great stuff.
Thanks very much for giving us that live report, and maybe we can get with you tomorrow if that's possible. And Pekka Hautala is saying hello from Sweden for you guys. So,
hello, Pekka. Good to talk to you.
Well,
Thank you.
Sweden.
Thank you, Pekka.
so anyways, have a great time at Nebraska Star Party. Thanks.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, take care. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, Pekka, and anyone else that's out there watching. We'll try to be back in touch with Kent Marts at the Nebraska Star Party, who's able to broadcast live from the Nebraska Star Party site out there near Valentine, Nebraska. We have just certainly less than 100 days to go, coming up I think on 90 days to go until we get to the annular eclipse that's going to race across America on October 14th. So if you'd like to know more about that eclipse, maybe how to attend one of our events and get some gear to protect your eyes and your telescope, you can go to explorescientific.com/eclipse. So take care, everyone, and we will talk to you later. Yes, and Off-Raid, who is watching on YouTube, is that Scott Roberts who used to be with Mead Instruments? And yes, it is. So nice to see you. And Mike Peoples, how are you doing? And Mike, you were correct. There are some mosquitoes out there at the Nebraska Star Party this time. There was a lot of moisture and a lot of rain, so that's when that happens. All right, take care, everyone, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow. Take care.